Alright, chuck a few maggots in. Well, they're not really maggots anymore. They're actually mostly casters. Yes, I've made my way from sunny Bristol to sunny Basingstoke for the holiday period. It's currently just sort of the Christmas, New Year's period as I'm filming this. And where else would I be when I'm back in Basingstoke for my own family fishery of Ashmoor Lakes? What am I after? Anything really. Though, I really would like, as it is winter, some of the nice big perch that reside in these lakes. They're a little bit tricky to catch, but they are here. And if anything over a pound I'd be happy with, but there are some nice 2-pounders which I'd love to hook into. But we'll see how we go. There's plenty of roach and carp and rudd and barbel and chub and all sorts of species. So I'll be delighted with whatever. It's pretty chilly, and if any fish show, it's going to be a bonus. But let's see how we go, shall we? Let's see if we can get any fish in with these caster slash maggots and get fishing. Let's get fishing. I've started fishing in a little corner where I know that usually in the winter lots of little tiny fish will sort of build up. Little roach and little bream and rudd. And sure enough, I've already had 3 or 4 little fish, little tiddlers, bream and roach. I'm hoping with a congregation of small fish, the perch are going to come in, sort of hunting and predating them. And I shall intercept them with my maggots. Kapow. With any luck, I've just got a very basic setup. I've got a float rod, 4-pound line. I've got 3-pound line as a hook length with a size 16 hook. A nice handmade float. Just fishing sort of into the corner. Normally I fish really close to the margins, but it's all margin around there, so I'm not too worried. A few other anglers on the lake, but if I don't catch anything here, I will move over. There's plenty of room around. I'll give this area a couple of hours and then perhaps shift around to another likely spot. Actually, Lake 3 behind me has got a nice little corner where I've caught some good perch from in the past. Although, to be fair, I've caught perch all around the fishery. They sort of tend to go around the edges, and they're pretty much everywhere. And of course here, it doesn't matter what lake you're on. There's Lake 3, Lake 2, Lake 1, because underground there's big pipes all joining the lot together. When the water's topped up in the summer, when the sun beats down and drops the water levels below what the natural springs underneath them can cope with, water is put into the fishery and the pipes just help it to level out across. And because of that, the fish all move around all the lakes, so it doesn't matter where you sit. However, it's always nice to sit in an area where you've got the right sort of swim for what you want to be doing. If I was casting out to the islands, I could easily fish further away from sort of the edges of the lake, as it were. I could sit right in the centre and just cast out. But for margin work, I like to poke myself into a little corner or a close edge, and free up those other swims for other people, Plus, it'd be no good me fishing right out into open water. Oh, I missed that one. just a little perch would give me a little bit more confidence, because there's bound to be little ones as well, but just some sort of indication of a perch. Boop. Okay, what we got here? Ah, he says that. This is an indication of a perch. In fact, that's what I'm going to call them now. Perch that size are no longer wasps, they're indications. But there's some proof that the small fry farm in the corner still exists, and the small fish do like going there, which I find a bit odd. Why would you go into a corner of a lake if you're a small fish? The predators are definitely going to harangue you into that corner, into that edge, and just sort of harangue you and harry you and eat you, probably. But I guess I'm not a fish, am I? Maybe there's more to it than I realise. There we go. How about that for an Ashmore chunker? They never get the memo that when I'm using a 4-pound line and 3-pound hook length, well actually it's 2.5, but these guys should stay away. But there we go. Bit jumpy, so we'll pop them straight back. Hello again. Did I put a cheeky little edit in there? Yeah, I did. Actually, after I caught that common carp, I went home. Well, I didn't go home. I had a message off one of my friends. As I say, I'm here in Basingstoke, and I thought, well, I can always come back to Ashmore another day. It's not exactly a million miles for me to get here. Well, it is from Bristol, but not from my parents anyway. And I thought, I'll come back another day. But since then, of course, it was a delightfully gloomy, typical bit of British weather. But since then, it's actually changed dramatically. We had a really cold frost last night. In fact, it's not even tonight, it's into the afternoon now. It was so cold that I was not getting out of bed. Not in a million years. I don't have very many layers with me. Back in Bristol, I've got my big suit, which keeps me really, really warm. But it was freezing cold. And I thought, no, not doing that. But luckily, fishery's empty today. There's no other angler here, so I've got a bit of a chance to move around if I want to. Not that I've got a lot of time. I've probably only got about 3 hours. I was fishing the other day over in the corner, sort of. Let me turn you around a bit. Whoop. Right over there. Can you see? Yeah, just about. I've just flipped sides really. I've just come this side of Lake 2 because I thought I'd give it a little go here. When there's hopefully no one else turns up. I mean, it's past midday now, so I don't think anyone will. In the winter months we close the fishery a little earlier, and well, it gets dark as well a little earlier, doesn't it? So really I don't think anyone will be showing up now, so I've got a little bit of a free reign of the place. I was tempted to have a go on Lake 3, which in maybe like an hour and a half I might do, but I just wanted to give this area a little bit of a try. because I know that there's been some good fish coming out of this area in sort of the past few months. However, this cold freezing weather, well, it might put an end to it. I was catching loads and loads of roach over in that corner, which was fantastic, but I really am after a perch. I have a sinking suspicion that I will not get any perch of any size whilst I'm here. It's just going to be one of them things. Some days you get just tons of things, and other days you can't buy a bite. Anyway, I've just started fishing now. I'm just trickling in a few maggots to see what's down there. Probably a few too many maggots, to be fair. But I know that there's a few carp around. I've seen them milling around this area already. And hey, why not change it into a winter carp program, eh? Or whatever. In the winter, you can't always be too choosy about what you're trying to catch. However, I am trying to catch some perch. So let's see how it goes, shall we? Just had a couple more little roach. Seems to be quite a roachy situation these past few days here at Ashmoor Lakes, which is absolutely fine. I really enjoy catching roach, and perhaps I should have come down and said to myself, you know, let's catch some roach today, Mr. Piscator, or over the past few days. And there's some really good roach in here. They go up to like £2, but they are very, very scarce at that size. But they have been caught. They are in here. Maybe it should be a roach day. But, never mind. There isn't exactly anywhere else I need to be, and who'd want to be anywhere else? Look at that sky, absolutely beautiful. Let's just crank you up a bit. Blue, gorgeous. It's no wonder it froze last night. There's no cloud cover. However, these conditions aren't exactly conducive to perch. Let's tilt you back that way a bit. There we go. They like a nice bit of cover, a nice bit of cloud going into dark, and these bright sunshiny light coming down at me. Well, it's not going to be the best, but we shall see. What have we got here? Whee! It's dancing around. This could be another little roach. Oh, I don't know. If Wilson was here, he'd utter that little phrase of some perch fishing program, Wilson. Never mind. Pop back in there. Ooh, a little bloop. What a mess. Right. Maggoty maggots, get some more going. Hookity hook, fishity fish. I've changed swims, and if you're wondering why my camera is right over my eyes, it's because the sun is absolutely beating down, and I'm going to use you to shade me from that. How's that? No, I'll move it round in a minute. It's just whilst I was sort of putting a few maggots on and plumbing the depth of Lake 3, which I'm now on, I just needed to have a little bit of vision. But can't complain when it's a nice sunny day, can we? All we need is a few perch. Here we go. Maybe tiddly tiny, but I'm back on the perch. We found some perch. They certainly weren't in that other swim, were they? A few roach. That was about it. Get this gorger in. There we go. Let's hope they get a little bit bigger than that in this particular swim, eh? Well, the roach is still here. Not that I mind. It's this is a good one. Woo, 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 woo. Very cold though. Oh, these fish are cold. There we are. Oh. The reason I chose this particular swim, actually I was meaning to do this when I was fishing here last time, was because you've got a tree overhanging it slightly, and lots of bugs and things fall into the water. But why that's especially important today is it's also creating a little bit of shade on the water. Now I've been meaning to come to this swim for a little while, but I really did want to try that area there. It's usually pretty good, but I think this is the swim for me. I'm into a few roach, I'm into a few little tiny perch. It's just bait and wait and see if we can get a slightly bigger one. I've got some maggots still. They're coming towards their end though. I'm running out. However, I do have some delicious worms to pop on there as well, which of course perch love. So let me just wipe it down my trousers. Let's just see if we can winkle out just a perch of any sort of size. Come on. Now we got something. Would you believe it? After all that time we're sitting about in those other swims, we've got ourselves not the biggest perch in Ashmoor Lakes, but certainly a perch where I can say that's about the size fish I was hoping for. Maybe at the very small end of it, but certainly a little bit bigger. Ah, wonderful. Look at the sun shining through those fins. Absolutely glorious. Looking a bit pale, but I shouldn't judge, should I? Where's the hook? Just in the corner of your mouth. Perfect. I can pull that out as it's barbless and show you again the magnificent perch. Look at that. Wonderful. Whee. Pinch of magwars into the swim. It's slowed down a bit now, although with the very quickly setting sun, it's starting to get a bit more shady now. The shadows are starting to come across. So really, the perch and roach fishing should improve just a little bit. However, it is getting very cold now. You can certainly tell when the sun is disappearing. It's due for another frost tonight, and it's going to be chilly down here. What I probably will do is go for a little stroll just to warm the body up a little bit. My fingers are just cold. I should have bought some gloves. Or I could actually get on the move and actually do some exercises. Or maybe not. I'm not built for exercises. Actually, that'd be a silly idea, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I'll keep plodding along, keep pinging out a few maggots here and there, and we see what else we can get. The stupid things I do. It's so cold. I don't know why this needs to be in the video. I just feel like it needs to, you know? Yeah, those silly moments. Especially in the cold weather. There we are. That's all she wrote. Another beautiful time here at Ashmoor Lakes. Catching lots and lots and lots and lots of roach, which wasn't my intention, but certainly I was very happy to catch them. I must have had maybe 60 or 70. I didn't show you them all because there were so many of them. And I wasn't actually after them, of course. I was after those beautiful, bold, fighting, brash perch, which I finally caught. Not quite the big chunk as I was after, but that's how it goes, isn't it? But at least I caught some, and of course the obligatory Ashmore carp, which you just can't escape from here. Never mind. Anyway, like this video if you've liked it, and subscribe to the Passionate Piscator YouTube channel, which is this very channel. Anyway, I'm going to head off because I've got superhero work to do, because I am Perch-man. That's an idiot. Bye. It's just too cold. It's too cold not to do something silly. I need the energy. My hands are frozen.